Good morning. At 12:01 this morning, the federal government shut down. This shutdown was avoidable. This shutdown was unnecessary. This shutdown will directly hurt Maryland and directly hurt Marylanders. And the President of the United States, the Chief Executive of this country, has a simple responsibility: to run a functioning government, not to shut it down. Well, the idea of running a functioning government, we've seen that the President has failed in that responsibility and has abandoned his duty to the states and his duty to the people. Leaders at the highest levels of government and inside the White House itself are looking at each and every one of us, all 50 states, and saying, you're now on your own. But while Washington sows division, in Maryland, we stand united. I look to my left and to my right behind me, and I see public servants of the highest order. I see partners inside the work. And we are doing and will continue to do everything in our collective power to keep our people safe and to keep our state moving forward. And so I want to recognize the members of Team Maryland who are with us today actively doing the work. Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller, Representative Sarah Elfreth, Representative April McLean Delaney, Representative Johnny Olszewski, Comptroller Brooke Learman, Treasurer Derek Davis, Senate President Bill Ferguson, House Speaker Adrian Jones. So in the military, I learned that you're only as strong as the people to your left and to your right. And I could not be more proud to have such exceptional partners in this hour of unneeded crisis. So tonight, I'm going to be speaking to Marylanders directly from my office about how we got here, about what the shutdown means, and about where we go from here. But for now, I would like to briefly discuss 3 immediate actions that we are taking now to make sure we're protecting Marylanders during this unneeded and unnecessary shutdown. First, I've directed state agencies to employ contingency plans that will help to make sure that federal programs can continue to operate in our state for now. We will ensure that state employees supported with federal funding continue to get paid for as long as possible. Federal programs administered by the state will continue to support working families through Medicaid and SNAP and TANF. We will also provide greater flexibility to Head Start programs and ensure that veterans maintain access to essential resources. But I do want to be very clear. The longer this unnecessary federal government shutdown goes on, the harder it is for us to keep services going. We will continue to monitor the situation closely, and we will adjust accordingly. Second, we are working with the private sector to shield federal workers impacted by this shutdown from eviction, foreclosure, and utility shutoffs. This morning, I sent letters to the state judiciary and our state utility companies reminding them of their statutory legal protections for federal, state, and local government employees who are not receiving a paycheck or are at risk of eviction or foreclosure. And third, we are protecting and expanding emergency assistance programs for federal employees. If you are a furloughed worker, you may be eligible for unemployment insurance. Those eligible for unemployment will repay the funds once they start receiving a paycheck again. We've also worked with our credit unions and also our banks to offer financial assistance and payment flexibility for Marylanders who are affected by the shutdown. We are extending support for our landmark Feds to Eds programs, connecting Marylanders with federal government experience to a fulfilling career in education. And federal workers who want to learn more about emergency resources should go to go.md.gov/federal shutdown. These are the 3 steps that we are taking right now. First, keep government programs running and keep state employees on the job. Second, trigger protections that help Marylanders keep a roof over their heads, the lights on, and groceries in the fridge. And third, protect and expand emergency financial supports to federal workers. We should not be here right now, Maryland. And here's the harsh reality. The longer this unnecessary shutdown lasts, the more likely we are to see serious damage in our state. We could see big infrastructure projects delayed. We could see military families, people who've already sacrificed for this country, go without pay for weeks. We could see small businesses dip into the red. And all of this is coming at a time when our state has been working hard and having real momentum on modernizing our economy and diversifying off of the federal government. We will do everything in our power to deliver relief to those who are struggling. But I also want to be clear that there is not a single state in this country that is prepared to fill this enormous gap that is being created by this federal administration. A prerequisite to keeping the government open should not be cutting people off of health care. A prerequisite for keeping the government open should not be forcing people to have their premiums jump. So on behalf of the 6.5 million Marylanders, my message to President Trump is clear. Stop this shutdown. You're the one causing it. We're the ones dealing with it. And Marylanders are the ones feeling it.